Hello, welcome to Fibertown. This is episode 134. It's December the 19th, 2015. I'm here with Alice. I'm Chain of Fools on Ravelry and just knocked something off my chair. What else am I? Fibertown with an RE on Instagram. And yeah, if you joined Textilia, you can find me as Fibertown there. I have not really explored it. It's the beginning of a Ravelry type thing for sewing and maybe quilting too. So I joined it, but I haven't gone farther than that. I'm so glad you all are here. It is about almost 8 at night. We are all on holiday break, and Alice is insisting that she needs to be with me. It's going to get quite cold tonight, about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me bring you a little closer. Yes, 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've got my little button tree over here. And we have a lot to show you and chat about. So, we got a bunch of new members. No one introduced themselves, but it was thrilling to see the membership numbers go up in the Rav group, and we've got 20 or so more before we hit the 1,000 mark, and I can give away the skein of Lolmaitza. We are in the downward slide of the Falcal, the Fibertown knit along. As usual, it's an amazing thread. I'm really enjoying doing this knit along, and we have pulled a winner for this week. I say we, like the royal we. Here we are, the royal we. And the winner this week was 542. Now I'm confused because the winner, yes, 542. The winner is Mayfair 333. So for a minute I was like, is it 333? But no, it's 542, who is Mayfair 333, who is, I didn't write down your first name, but from Germany. So I'm going to be filling out a customs form for you, my dear. And this is what you've won. You have won this very cool Holland Handmaids bag, which is completely reversible. One of my top bag makers, I would say, Erin from Holland Handmaids and Jan B. Smiley. They make two completely different types of bags, and I love them both. So this is quite a big one. And inside it, you will have a skein of Space Cadet. And this is a sparkly base, and it's the plunge colorway. 430 yards for 100 grams. How pretty is that? Thank you, Fiber Fairy Godmothers, for donating these. Lovely. So you can decide which side suits you best, and you can have a wonderful, wonderful project bag. And they have these really lovely drawstrings. So I will send that out to you when I hear from you and get your address, probably after the postal rush of the holidays. Just realized I'm wearing my glasses. Usually I take them off, but not tonight. So tonight we have some Bailey's Irish Cream. 'Tis the season. I saw Joanna Spring had made, I'm sure this is full of nasty additives and stuff, but so one time of year we get a bottle. I saw Joanna Spring, so tangential, that she had made her own, and I am intrigued. Delicious. So, I will be sipping on that while we talk about my FOs, my whips, up and coming, sewing and spinning, and acquisitions. Are you ready to see FOs? I have quite a few this week. Let me show you the very first one. It's the newest. And every time I do a commission knit, I regret it. It's just not a good idea. But I have a hard time saying no to a certain friend. And so I did not say no. I named, it was for a friend of a friend, and I named a ridiculous price. And they said yes. So yeah. They wanted a bookmark, a knitted bookmark that looked something like this. So I made one out of some Malabrigo sock. I don't think this thing works very well. So I made this one. I said, we'll do 3 of them. Just kind of make it like a set. She chose the yarn. This is another one. This one works, I think a little bit better. So you just basically, I honestly don't know why you would want these, but apparently it's for a very hard to shop for person. I like the look of that one. Oh, there's my show notes. 134. This is my excellent handwriting. Okay, so I like the look of that, right? Yeah. Malabrigo sock. So just to show you this one, and you really have to mark multiple pages for them to be useful at all. This one's kind of a pain in the butt. Huh, it's actually staying on, okay. But I'm not crazy about it. And then they liked this yarn too, so I made sort of a mock cable kind of thing with a plain back. This is much thicker. This is Canadian yarn from Natasha Knits. Let's see. So yeah, little cabled one. These stressed me out. No end. Never, never, never. Never until the next time. All right, so those are my first FOs. I shall put those in a nice little organza bag because I save all of the bags and boxes. The next FO is a weaving one. Hang on, I sense that it is here somewhere in the mess. Yes, and it's probably looking terrible. Oh man, I just lost another card. All right. I wish Alice had opposable thumbs. This is my weaving. It is all wrinkled. I've been wearing it. This is on my Cricut Rigid Heddle. I love the results of weaving with a wool silk blend. So the warp was a very bouncy sock yarn, and strange doggy noises here. And the weft is this right here, Manos. 30 silk, 70 wool, kettle dyed, very pretty. So it's not without its issues, folks, because this side came out, this selvage came out pretty nice, and just disregard the wrinkles. It's been all crumpled up. This side had issues. I don't know if you can see the gaps there. I've tried to fix those with a comb, just redistributing selvage-ish stuff, but it could be a stole. I've been wearing it like this, I think. Is this how I've been wearing it? But it got crumpled up and shoved in a corner. Those are not really the colors, but the drape on the wool and silk is just lovely. But as I was warping and winding on the warp, the 2 edge, maybe 4 or 5 edge, 4 or 5 warp strands on the selvage came off of the paper that's supposed to separate them, so their tension was different, and there's no way I can fix it now. Wasn't apparent at first. It was apparent as I advanced the cloth. So I continue the quest for decent weaving. It happens sometimes, just not all the time. I wanted to use the whole 15 inches of the Cricut, or as much as I could, and I always run into issues trying to get the paper straight on the sides to separate the warp threads, and that's where I run into issues. So the tension on the warp is not consistent, it's not even. But I kind of like, I still have 2 skeins of this. This was woven with, 2 skeins of this for the weft. So it's just really nice. Let's see, the other, hang on. Mm. The other FO is my doodler. You're like, what? But wait. Doodler by Stephen West, his mystery knit-along. I decided to stop after clue 2 because I really liked it after clue 2. Now, here it is. Northbound Knitting in the Metallurgy colorway. This is a BFL silk blend. It's amazing. The dark brown for the cable and for these narrow stripes is Hazelnut's Artisan Sock, Sassafras, which is a lovely, lovely colorway, much more brown than purple. Let me show you how I propose to wear it, and this is going on the floor again. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I know Alice does not like to be tickled by knitwear or threads. Is that the right side? Yes. So, it's not very long, but clue 3 and 4 would not add width to it. It would add length, like vertical length. So I just didn't want to, I like it like this. I think it would look smashing with my copper penannular brooch. And back this up a bit, excuse me. So, and there is enough here to just have it on your shoulders and do this. It's asymmetrical, so, you know, you're going to have to deal with that. But then you can also just wear it as a cold weather scarf. I just didn't want to break into that skein of whiskey colored yak and silk. Just didn't feel like it. I thought it would make it pow. And I would have liked it more, I think, if this part had incorporated some of the third color. I feel like it would have been more cohesive. That's not to say I don't think this is genius and I don't really love the look of it. Because I do. I think it's going to be worn mostly with the penannular brooch. That is it for the FOs. So, Alice, should we move on to whips? She says yes. All right, what do we have? Let's start with a Nanook, shall we? I went gangbusters on the Nanook for a few days. I've been very flighty, but still getting things done, kind of skipping from one project to the next. And I don't think I showed you the sleeve, but I have a sleeve. And yeah, it's long enough. It looks kind of short and stubby, but it really isn't. So what happens now is the next sleeve, and here it is on my marbles, interchangeables, size US 6, 4 millimeters. So it's this out of hand-spun Cotswold Coopworth lamb, which I processed. And the bag is just full of wonderful skeins of this yarn. Really love this yarn. So that's going to get some more action very, very soon. And let's see, the other thing I have is a sock. I know, I'm sorry, but, you know, I have to show stuff. She's mad because I keep moving. If you want to be warm, you just have to deal with it. Do we approve? Okay. Holland Handmaids. So in here is a sock for a friend who's going to be 40. She wants socks. Just don't expect them every year. It's been way too long since I've knit myself a pair of socks. I think the last one I knit for myself was September. This is the 12th pair in 2015. And I want more socks. I don't think I will stop knitting them. I don't know if I would get them done if I didn't push myself to do one pair a month. And you know, I need to do a recap of what I've knit this year for next time. Because I think I've done pretty well, like better than I thought. 12 pairs of socks, almost. fair amount of sweaters, maybe 4 or 5, and then everything else. Shawls, hats, mitts. So yeah, oh, let me tell you about these. They are opal, my very first opal. No, I had the opal Harry Potter before. These are the sweet and spicy. This is the Cake Pops. Super fun colorway. Love them. This is my usual sock recipe, 64 stitches on US 1.5s, which are 2.5 millimeters. And what else can I tell you? About 1.5 inches of 2x2 rib. That much leg. My usual slip stitch heel flap, riverbed gusset, and on you go down the toe and down the foot to the toe, and you Kitchener. Ta-da! And Bob's your uncle, as they say. Okay, so the only other work in progress at this moment is in my bag. This is my mitered square sock yarn blanket. I'm going to need some Baileys before I continue. Excuse the swallowing. I know that's gross. All right. This is being knit on US 3s. I don't know what that is in millimeters. It's bigger than 2s. I've been knitting a square a day from the beginning of December. Kind of pushing myself to knock out a square a day. And I have a lot of ends to clip. I knit them in as I go, so they're really just mostly knit in, or if they're not, they're waiting for the next square down here to be knit in there. All right, so I have an edge square. I think that's Malabrigo sock. And this is the Illimani alpaca from Canada, from Natasha. This stuff is amazing. I think someone on Instagram said you can get it through the Loopy U. Handspun from Stirring Bean, Christina, with my Hostess cupcake. Then we have more handspun from Christina with the Lollipop. Now, these are from Sucra Miniatures. And for several months, I had to unfollow them on Instagram because I was going to spend money that I did not have. Because it's that compelling. And doing the Advent squares, I'm like, I need some fresh stitch markers for my Instagram. So I have 2 coming. They're awesome. They will remain a surprise until you see them on my Fibertown Square a Day hashtag, FT Square a Day. There's my s'mores on that one. It's been about 10 days since I've seen you, so I have quite a few here. Okay, we've got a Quince & Co. We've got this really ugly brown one, and this lovely green one, which I think is also handspun from Christina, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Christina week. Is that it? How can that be it? I don't know. All right, do you see this big gap right here? I'm going to take, on New Year's Day, I'm going to take, maybe between Christmas and New Year's, if I feel like it. In the new year sometime. I am going to knit a gigantic rainbow square with my white birch leftovers. It's going to go, it's going to span these 3 squares and these 3 squares. I have no idea if I have enough. We'll see. And that goes back in here. And this lives by my knitting chair with all of the scraps that I have. Significant amount. Got more scraps this week too from a friend, and I'll have to show those off in acquisitions. Up and coming. I need to knit a throwing star. Certain someone has been bothering me, wondering why I haven't knit him one. So I think that's going to go on the needles as a little project, stocking stuffer thing. I don't want to knit more than one, but can you have just one throwing star? I'm going to say yes. Yes, you can. And the other thing is a new sweater for this girl. because she gets cold on the walkies. Yep, she gets cold on the walkies. Because when we get the leash on and the collar, and I put on my coat and shoes, and we go out walkies, third time's a charm. Hi, Bobo. She's skinny, and she's kind of bald underneath, and she needs a coat. She has an Oro coat, but it doesn't fit her that well, does it, Lovey? So I think I'm going to make that customizable dog sweater pattern. I don't know what yarn yet. Maybe the yarn I got from Stitchcraft Marketing from a good yarn, Sarasota. They are the store in Florida that has a lot of dyers do custom dye based on photographs taken from, I guess, one of the owners who goes snorkeling, I believe, or scuba diving and takes a lot of underwater photos in Florida. So I do have very tropical looking skein of yarn. So maybe through that. I want to show you all the stuff I keep knocking off of my chair. So next up we have sewing and spinning. Okay. What shall I show you first? Well, I'm going to talk about something, not show you. The Ashford, hang on a sec. The Ashford, let me back up. I said Ashford. My friend Sarah, the lovely Sarah Flauneuse, who has muled me Wollmeise before, and this, for example, came from her. She is back in the USSA from Germany, back for the foreseeable future, and she has 2 wheels. She also has 3 small children that she is single parenting for now. Not for forever, but so just amazing how she's able to deal with everything. A move, 3 kids, by herself. So she's awesome. Anyway, she said she let me try her Ashford Country Spinner. She let me take it home. It is a gigantic machine with a bobbin that's bigger than my head. I think the bobbin holds 5 pounds or more. So right now I have this on there, and this is an Inglenook bat that's falling apart. Look how pretty. And I have the Sarah Anderson book, Spinner's Book of Yarns, and I'm just trying different things, and successfully or not successfully. It's a very different wheel because you really have to go slowly. And that's the thing, there's really, there's only one ratio. And it's just, so it takes a while to get the twist into the yarn. So you really have to not feed it onto the bobbin as fast as you usually do because it won't hold together. So I was having a lot of trouble in the beginning with things breaking, and she showed me how she spins, and just that's all it took. It just clicked. So it's a really lovely wheel. I'm just experimenting. I really don't know if it's for me, but it's fun to play around, and yeah, it's a very different type of spinning. So that's really all that's been happening spinning-wise, is trying out the Country Spinner from time to time, but I've just had things I've had to get done otherwise. Okay, this pile of barn raising squares next to me. I've come to the realization that I don't really enjoy knitting them. I'd much rather knit the little 31 stitch mitered squares and not have to seam anything at the end of a blanket. So I have about 20 of these, and Sarah, the wonderful Sarah, said, why don't you seam them all together and make a wall hanging? That's what they do at the Wollmeise store. Apparently they have a hanging of Wollmeise barn raising squares. So that is going to happen. It's going to look crazy. if we want a recap of what we've got. Some Matt Tosh, Soft Kitty from Fiber Nymph. This is a Regia. I think this is a Vesper. This is Cakewalk. This is Handspun Gourmet Stash by me. Lemonade Shop. I think this is Mode Knits Yarn, dyed by Annie Modisette. Claudia Hand Paint. Oh, I love this colorway so much. It's a Walk in the Woods. Glazed Pecan, TML. Graffiti and Asphalt from Gale's Art. This is a Miss Babs. I have no clue what the colorway is. I want to say this is Vesper also. Lollipop. Gourmet Stash, Van Gogh's Paint Box. So a lot of crazy self-striping in here. Another Gourmet Stash, Guinness is good for you. Neon Cat. And what was this called? Common Grackle, I think. Amazing yarn from, oh gosh, somewhere in New England. Enchanted Knolls, I think. So, I'm ready to do something with these and just not do the other thing. Happy with that decision. Need a drink of Bailey's. And let me look at my list and see what else we have. All right. I'm a shameless copycat because I saw this on Instagram, and I believe it was from Subversive Cross Stitch. I've gotten inspiration from them before. This language is clean, however, not like my previous ones, and it's timely given the movie that just came out. Yeah, this is gonna get hung up in our craft room. It's from episode 4, A New Hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi, as an old man, says as they go to Mos Eisley, "You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy." This just makes it even more ironic. Little Rose. Kind of love it. So I have to look up how to take care of the back part. I'm sure it's easy. I'm gonna hang it up. The last thing is a sewing thing. I'm very, very excited about this. Oh, this was my other Holland Handmaids bag that I couldn't find last week. And I've wrinkled it a bit as well. How cute is that? Super cute. That's what it is. Okay. This is fresh off of the machine. This is a laptop bag I made for my husband. It's got this very sturdy, heavy weave down here. Some stags up here. It's got a little tab, key fob or whatever. A handle here if you want to wear it on your wrist. Now he said he wanted shoulder straps. So I just made this up, and I'm sure there are going to be issues with it, but look, I know, look. You could wear it like this, you could wear it here, and these are made out of the same fabric as the bottom. See if I can show it. There we go. Again, sides matched up. The boxing, look, I matched the seams when I boxed the corners. I matched that one. These match here. The top stitching is even. I continue to astound myself. So, yeah, it's got a double zipper. And this is the interior. I love it. And I made him this to go with it. Now, it should be a circle, but he doesn't have to know that. So this could hook onto the little tab down here. And this can carry your earbuds. I've made these before. They're easy, they're fun. It's a tutorial from a blog called Dog Under My Desk. And circular earbud pouch, I think it's called. circular-ish. So this will be wrapped up and it'll go under the tree. That's why I sent them off to watch episode 4. Okay, I do believe that is all for that category. So we're on to acquisitions. And since we're talking about something new, I need a drink. All right. Missamite. I forgot to thank you. Well, I thanked you, but I forgot to say thank you for sending me a Bon Marie Burns pattern called Fisher Lassie. This one in my wish list, I just think it's classic and beautiful, and I think it would be great in hand spun. And you may remember I have a lot of hand spun spins, or sweater spins rather, to work on. So she was lovely and gifted this to me, and I just wanted to show you guys. I think it's really classic and very nice. It has like a what is it called? Oh gosh, what's that called? That sweater. I want to say Guernsey. That's totally not it. That's an island between England and France. Gansey. So, there we go. How adorable is that? I love it. I think it would look great in gray. It's a DK. New look for a beloved tradition, the Gansey. So, thank you very much, Melissa. Now, her co-host, hang on. Oh my gosh. I may have to get up. Her co-host, Michelle, aka the one in the middle, aka OCD Knitwitch, I believe. Hang on, I'm going to let you watch Alice while I pick up this card. Hang on. All right. Stay there, stay there, stay there. You don't have to leave. Sit down. Sit. All right. Nice hair. This was worth going to find. And I just realized I forgot to bring Alice's reindeer antlers. She has a pair. She's been on Instagram wearing them, so you might want to check her out there. I put them on her and she refuses to make eye contact with me. She's not happy. This is by an Etsy seller, michellemall.etsy.com, from Portland, Oregon, where a lot of good things happen. I'm going to frame this for something because I need to see that every year. What else? Oh, I got this. Have you all seen this? This came today in the mail and I washed it already. This is the Ravelry sheep shirt. It was on sale for a significant discount, which is why I bought it. Because why buy a shirt when I could buy yarn or stitch markers? And it was significantly discounted because they forgot the L in Rommeldale. See right there? I loves it. So I'll be wearing this a lot. See me out, I'll probably be wearing it. So what else? Oh, I got a Ply magazine. Oh, wait. This is the sticker that comes on the package. I know. So I need to try to cut this off. Ooh, it's peeling off. That's gonna get saved. It came with a little decal that has also fallen down there. More good mail. Ply magazine, the singles episode issue. I got it. I plopped down on the couch and I read it from cover to cover. I still don't know if I'm convinced that I would spin singles that often. For me, the magic is in the plying. It just is. But there are things in here that make me kind of go, huh. I have 2 braids of this colorway. This is the Lithos colorway from Wild Hair, Melissa Yoder Ricks. She is a Virginia dyer in Front Royal, Virginia, in the mountains. And I have spun this before, and then I bought 2 more braids of it. They've been in my stash for a long time. So, but gorgeous like that, right? Singles too. Bah. Janvy Smiley Bag is holding some mini skeins. Okay, so you guys know the Grant a Yarn Wish thing that was very big a few weeks ago. I was able to grant someone's wish, and she sent me some minis. Nobody was able to grant my wish. It was a long shot, and that's fine. I got these. Let me show you all of these. Gorgeous. Lots of good new minis. Oh, I love this one. I think this might be my favorite. Ooh, but wait, there's this one. That might be my favorite. Orange. Wow. Oh, these are from Lucia Payne. The Pearl of the Pacific. She does a podcast. Is it? I think it's called Pearl of the Pacific. It's on YouTube. I watch it, I should know. She is a prolific sock knitter and designer. I love that one. Oh, that's a singles. Maybe I should spin more singles. Oh, and this one. And then there are some bits and bobs in here as well. Oh, this is actually the last bit of this. Oh, hang on. There's that one too. So this is the skein that would have gone in there. It actually would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? So, I don't know. Am I going to regret that? The thing is, I can always just add on to it if I feel like it someday. Because all you do is pick up along that bottom edge. So, oh, last thing. You guys are probably like, it's a crazy sheep shirt, crazy messy hair, Irish cream drinking lady. It's the real me. I'm wearing Mojito Fude, Copper Corgi. It's really not the color you're seeing. Not even that color. That's the color. So Shaker Lane Woolworks, and I dropped her card. Oh, hang on. Here it is. I was not expecting to get this in the mail. She had very generously sent an amazing gift for the Summer of S, a prize. And all right, here it is, Shaker Lane Woolworks. Custom project bags, beautiful yarns and fiber. She's got great stuff. I saw these things on Instagram and I was like, ooh, me likey. Couple days later, in the mail, come the mini loom ornament kits. And maybe I should give one of these away, but it's kind of late for the holidays. Maybe I'm definitely doing some. In fact, my kids were quite interested. She sent me this too. This has a needle and yarn or thread. Ooh, hang on a sec. There's a very pretty card. And then these two, look. It has directions as well. So these can hang on the tree or whatever. Hanukkah bush, Yule tree, Christmas tree. Yeah. You make pretty designs. Maybe like a circular weaving kind of look even. So extremely awesome. And that'll be a nice craft for us to do together because we have 3 of them. So, is that everything? It is everything, although we have to have the moment of Alice, because we haven't had enough of that. First demo, let's finish this off, shall we? Oh. Let's wish people happy holidays. Oh, Alice. Yeah, she needs a new coat for her walkies. All right, everyone, just drink it in. Drink in the Alice-ness. You good dog. Harvested our carrots from the garden because they will not withstand 20 degrees. So she got to eat a few right out of the ground. She relished them. And made a mess in the house. She snuck a few in the house and made a mess with them. What do you hear? But yeah, we have lots and lots of delicious fresh carrots from our raised bed. The beets, they don't do so well. More of a spring root vegetable for us. We always plant them in the fall, but the carrots go gangbusters this time of year. All right, my dears. I think I will try to see you sometime next weekend. You've been my hot Saturday night. I'll probably go straight to sleep now. And that is the extent of my wild times. Yarn, Irish cream, my dog, and you guys. So, enter the Falcal. We still have till the 1st, something like that. I'll try to do, maybe I'll draw a few prizes next week, more than one. That would be fun for our last one. And if you don't see me before the new year, I'm sure you will. Yeah, you definitely will. I don't know if the drawing will then be next podcast or the one after, but anyway, it's been a lot of fun, and I want to continue to see what you guys are finishing. And I know it's, a time to hustle and get things done for the holidays, gift knitting and that sort of thing. So if you're doing that, bless your heart, as they say in the South. And I mean that with, no put down. And take care of yourself, too. So, until next time, take care.